What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. Guys, Exo-6 has given us another pre-order window opening for Dr. Beverly Crusher from the Next Generation Star Trek line, and oh man, do I have some thoughts for you guys. So guys, stick around if you like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and let's get into it. YouTube, the final frontier. These are the episodes of the Ben Thomas Show. My continuing mission to explore strange new Star Trek reviews, to seek out new Star Trek collectors and new badass collectibles, and to boldly go where no Trek collector has gone before. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So as you guys know, I'm a huge Star Trek The Next Generation fan. Maybe too big of a fan, to be honest, especially when I compare my love and nostalgic punch in the chest that I get when I think of even the other Star Trek versions. And I loved Voyager and I loved Deep Space Nine, but TNG will always be my number one. And today, Exo-6 has given us a new pre-order window opening for Dr. Beverly Crusher, but not just one version, we actually have two versions to look at today. Now, this will be an interesting video because while I want to give as much of a critical take as possible for you folks watching, I also definitely am a little blinded by my love and nostalgia for both the franchise as well as this particular character. Gates McFadden is a beautiful woman. She was an amazing choice for Beverly Crusher, in my opinion, for the Next Generation. I couldn't even picture anybody else in that role. Not only was she a brilliant doctor, her relationship to Picard was both a little sultry, but also a powerful one. You know, she was one of the only characters that could actually put Picard in his place if it was ever needed. And I always loved that about her because he was such a domineering personality, and she matched him well, very, very well. Now, I also loved the fact that she had some level of command experience. She wasn't just regimented as a doctor stuck in sickbay. She was able to actually take command of the ship. Not only that, in later episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation, you actually see her being her own captain at some point, and I thought that was also a really cool evolution to see of this character. I even loved her reappearance in Picard Season 3. Just having her back was awesome, and I loved the story beats around her and her son in that season as well. So for me, Gates McFadden or Dr. Beverly Crusher is absolutely a must-buy. Now, objectively, which one do we choose? Because there is the standard edition, which, let's be honest here with Exo-6, the standard version is essentially their deluxe version. The essential version is essentially their standard version. Hopefully you guys are following me there. The essential version is their lowest cost, lowest tier, you get less accessories option. The standard is their deluxe. They have to change that naming convention. It boggles my mind why it has to be that confusing. But let's be honest, they're trying to stay consistent, so fair enough, I'll leave it at that. With regards to this character, what we're seeing here on the screen, I absolutely think the standard version or the deluxe offering is by far the best value. When I look at what comes with the essential version, so that cheapest version option here for Beverly, you only do get the medical tricorder as well as a hypo spray. Now with the standard version, which again is their deluxe version, for only an additional $40 more, you get her very iconic medical lab coat, which for the character alone, I mean, literally in the promo display pictures for Star Trek, she's wearing it. Like, it's such a pinnacle aspect of her uniform that you can't not have that extra coat. But also, she does still come with the Type 2 hand phaser, she comes with the hypo spray, she comes with a personal access display device, or the pad, which I think is a weird exclusion from the Essential release, to be honest. Like, it's come with most of the other figures, so why take that out now for her? But also the medical kit. And again, she's a doctor. If you want to display her with your other TNG characters, she's gonna need her medical devices. So honestly, for the extra $40, oof, I don't think there's a world in which the Essential version truly makes sense. Now, if you don't care about displaying her with the jacket on, and you're the type of person or collector that really keeps your accessories mostly in the box for a cleaner looking display, yeah, sure, the cheaper edition at the $195 is still a great value for what I'm seeing here. Now this is where we need to be a little bit more critical. You guys heard my take on Disco McCoy last week, and I gotta say, I wasn't very kind to him. I truly did not see the likeness there for DeForest Kelley, and honestly, I was disappointed by it. I felt deflated by it. But, big but, this is where I say my blinders are on a little bit, because when I look at Gates McFadden's picture next to the Exo-6 head sculpt, I still gotta say, this is on the softer side. They still clearly have just not nailed it with the execution of both the sculpting and the paint applications. But when I take that photo away, the picture of the actual actress beside it, honestly, it comes back to life for me. Then I really do see the likeness of Gates in there, and it's a pass for me. I will say, is it worth $235? Yes, I think if you're trying to collect the next generation display like I am, this is by far the only and best option of Dr. Beverly Crusher we're ever going to see or ever going to get. And is that a pass for Exo-6? No! You guys know that I'm critical of this company. You guys know that I expect more from them. Recently, the Star Trek convention was back in Las Vegas, and our friend, Six Scale Mafia got a chance to see it in person, and he said it looked awesome in person. And I trust his judgment. While he works for the company, I still trust his judgment. He's a big Star Trek guy, just like me, and just like the rest of us. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to see this. I think they nailed the color on the outfit, both on the underside of the uniform as well as that lab coat. The tailoring on the jacket initially, I was like, ooh, it kind of looks a little baggy, but then when I looked at reference photos, I was like, no, it was kind of freaking baggy in the show as well, so I think that is good. The paint applications on the hands do look a little suspect, but it's not the end of the world. I do like the accessories that she comes with, and again, I think for me, it's truly the lab coat that sets the value apart in both offerings. So it really comes down to what your preference is, guys. Do you agree with me that the likeness isn't 100% here, but you're still wanting to buy her? Or for you, is it too soft? Is it like, no, it's not close enough, and now I don't want this character in my display? It's difficult. I got the Geordie LaForge coming this week. I've got the data. I've ordered Picard. I'm excited to see what Worf is going to look like, or Deanna Troi. I have seen teases of Wesley Crusher, her other son, of course, her main son, in my opinion, but he doesn't come with the rainbow uniform, which I think is a bit of a missed opportunity, to be honest. So maybe we'll get a rainbow Wesley at some point to pair along with Gates McFadden's Beverly Crusher, but I truly think not only is she a powerhouse character, she's an amazing actress, she's an icon for Star Trek, and she has stood the test of time. Even now, in her older age, she is still an absolute badass in Picard Season 3 just most recently. And honestly, I would love a representation of her in my display. So while I do feel critical that the sculpt and paint applications are not perfect, I still think that they're superior to the majority of the Voyager line. I think this is still at least a B+ to an A- release. Overall, when I just give my gut check on this, I would still give this about a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Final note, and I think it's worthy to mention, the pre-order end date for this is September 24th of 2024. That's through Exo's website specifically, and estimated delivery is already the fourth quarter of 2024. So that's an aggressive turnaround timeline. We're already in Q3. So let's see if Exo-6 can execute that. I've already had my Krug figure pushed like 3 different times by Sideshow, but again, it's not coming directly from Exo-6, so it's hard to knock them for that. So guys, I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What version are you guys going to pick up? Is it going to be the standard edition? Is it going to be the essentials version? I know that naming convention is a little confusing, so let's go deluxe or standard. What do you guys want to put in your display? Maybe you've talked yourself out of Exo-6 at this point. I'd also want to hear that, if that's the case. What figures are you also anticipating next for the next generation line? What is going to get the juices flowing in terms of your live long and prosper energy? I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. But if you like the video, guys, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show. Live long and prosper as always, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Wow, what a great audience. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Because subscribing makes you feel good.
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It's gone. It's all gone.